Hello, Mackenzie Quintana here. I am your hostess here at the Genuine Ginger podcast, and I am so excited to have you here. I am all heated up about this topic. I just posted a reel, and it's like I'm all heated up about it. So I'm like, all right, let's get on and let's do a podcast episode about this. Today is May 2nd, by the way, if you want to go, and because this will air like in, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, I think, because I'm recording ahead of so that I'm on schedule and have things for you to listen to every week now. Look at me, I'm back on track. Anyways, so if you want to go to May 2nd on my Instagram, the.genuine.ginger, and see this reel that I'm all eaten up about. And so today I went to the gym, and usually lately I've been going to the gym with my husband, but today I ended up going by myself because of schedules and stuff. And so I was kind of in a different headspace, I guess, because I was there by myself, and I was in front of the mirror. I was the only one at the gym, which was also interesting. Anyways, it was fine. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, I was the only one at the gym, so I was like kind of looking at myself in the mirror, and I was kind of like, turning around and kind of checking myself out in a not weird way. We've all done this, right? And I found myself like thinking like, and this was, so the reel that I recorded was me standing in front of the mirror, kind of looking at myself, and I had like quotations that said like, oh my gosh, like, well, it didn't say oh my gosh, because I don't usually think oh my gosh. It said like, that's not great definition. And then another one said like, look at that crinkly butt. And another one said like, oh my god, like, it didn't say oh my gosh, okay. Another one said that's so much cellulite, and like oh, look at those knees, ugh. And so like, these were the thoughts that I found myself having as I was looking in the mirror. And all of a sudden I was like, wait, no, stop, we don't do that anymore. Like I had to like physically, not physically, well, yeah, like I had to like mentally stop myself. Like all of a sudden I was like, wait, no, I don't want to keep having those thoughts. I have had those thoughts. These thoughts have been just on my living rent free in my mind. I hear a lot of people say that, like for years, like maybe decades even, where I've thought these things about myself, these things and many other things that I didn't say. But and this is what I wrote in the caption, that these, like, as soon as I realized I was having these thoughts, I stopped myself immediately. These thoughts, the ones I have let flow freely for years, the ones I've told myself over and over so much that I've believed, the ones full of despise and shame and just all these awful things that I've thought about myself for years without even thinking of it. Like, we just think these things about our bodies all the time. Oh, wait, sorry, pause. I meant to say this at the beginning. We will continue we've been doing thoughts to try on. We still have more. We will continue with that, but I have to share about this right now because I'm even in my pajamas with like no makeup and my hair is like whatever, because it's like bedtime and I'm like told my kids are playing video games so that I can just record this podcast because I need to share it. It's on my mind right now. So, these thoughts, right, that I just like, that have just been so habit for me for years that like I didn't, and like I've been working for like the past 3 or 4 years, right, as I've shared in here, to have better thoughts. I've been practicing like having positive thoughts and a better mindset and not thinking about my body with any negativity. And so like it was almost a little bit startling when I realized that, like, oh my gosh, I'm still having these thoughts. Like, I thought that like these were like, I was working on not having these thoughts anymore. I like, oh, but yet they're still here. I'm still having these thoughts. And so I like, and I wrote this also in my caption, like, I'm not a mean girl, right? Like, I'm not a quote unquote mean girl. And yet so often I say the meanest things to myself. And I would almost say that most often they're thoughts about my body. Most often say mean things to myself about my body. My body. Like, my body. And I remember so clearly one day where I was again, kind of working through this and trying to change my mindset. And all of a sudden I was just this is a body, like an actual body. Like think about that for a minute. Like it's a thing that literally gives you life. Like you would not exist if you didn't have a body. And I wrote this. I'm gonna quote my caption here. It's the thing that I've treated poorly for years, and yet it has never given up on me. I have eaten crap. I have talked crap. I have not exercised. Like all the things for years. Oh my goodness. Can you guys hear my kids? I didn't think that my mic picked up noise outside my room, but it totally does. It sounds like... Oh, nope. I need to go. Hold on. Anyways. Oh my goodness. Okay. What was I saying? So yes, like my body that I have not treated the greatest, for a lot of my life. It's also the thing that has allowed me to bring my 4 beautiful children into the world. That you didn't just hear screaming their heads off and fighting with each other. Oh, we are keeping it real here. This is not how I envisioned my podcast, but it's fine. And it's also, my body is also the thing that has allowed me to see and taste and hear and touch and smell so many amazing things. Like my kids screaming. No, I'm just kidding. Like my kids laughing and playing so nicely together, which they do. It just doesn't seem to always happen while I'm on my podcast recording. Anyways, so like our bodies are like you have a body. Like it's a body. It's like, think about everything that goes on inside your body, all of your organs, and the way that they just do what they're supposed to do for the most part, right? Not all of us, I recognize that, but like we just breathe without thinking, and like that just keeps us alive, and like our heart just like pumps, like without, like it just does that, like our stomach just digests our food, right? Like it's just, like if you really just stop and think about it for a little bit, like it's incredible. No matter the size, shape, whatever of your body, it is a miracle. It is amazing. So why are we so hard on ourselves about our bodies? I also said this in my post, in my caption, like the kicker, I recently lost 15 pounds. Just a few months ago, I lost 15 pounds, and I've been able to keep it off, which like over the last few years, I have lost, I think like the most I lost like 7 or 8 pounds, and then I gained it back pretty shortly after that. But like, so like I've lost like 15 pounds, and I've kept it off. And like, when it happened, I was so relieved that I finally was able to release that weight. And yet here I am, just months later, weeks later, going back to those same thought patterns that I've had for years. Wishing that I could be thinner, wishing that I didn't have as much cellulite, wishing that I was more toned, wishing this, wishing but yet, like, I just reached a goal for my body. Like, I have been trying to lose these 15 pounds for so long, and I did. And yet, I couldn't be happy about it for more than a few weeks before I was already like having the same thoughts that I did before I lost the 15 pounds, where I was just the exact same thoughts. There's a book it's called The Gap and the Gain by, I don't remember who the author is, but he talks about this, and it's so good. I definitely recommend it. It's not specifically about like weight loss and stuff, but just this concept of like reaching a goal and then yet we're still not satisfied, right? So I won't take that tangent right now, but we're going to stay on the topic of body. So this has to stop. Us thinking negatively about our bodies. It has to stop. Now, it stops with me. It stops with you. We have got to love our bodies, no matter their size or shape or health circumstances. Now, does that mean that you can't want to be healthier or skinnier or more tone or fitter or, all these things? No, like, of course, like we can, like, it's okay to want to have a better body, but that doesn't mean that we can mean girl talk in our heads about our bodies all the time. And just like, and that's what's so scary. And that's what I realized today as I was looking in the mirror at the gym is every time I look at my body, every time I look at myself in the mirror, my default is to just notice the things that I don't like about my body. My default is to look at my belly and how it's still flabby and how there's the extra skin and how it's all wrinkly and stretch marks and just ugh. My default is to look at my butt and how it's all crinkly, and my thighs and how they're full of stretch marks as well and full of cellulite, and how I'm so pale and all my boobs are so saggy, right? Like, I could keep going, but I'm not going to. Like, that's the default when I look in the mirror. My default is to notice all the things that I don't like about my body. And that has got to stop. We have got to start looking at ourselves in the mirror and having the default be, wow, look at my smile. Or, I'm having an amazing hair day today. Or, hey, there is a little bit of definition there. Look at that. My hard work is paying off. Like, give yourself some credit. So, and this is what I said in my stories. Next time you look in the mirror, pick 3 things. Pick 3 compliments that you can give to yourself about your body. And then the next time, do it again. And the next time, do it again. Until it's a habit to look at the mirror, at yourself, at your body, and think something good about yourself and about your body. Even if it's the same 3 things every time for right now, that's okay. Just do it. I read a book, and I shared this on my Instagram years ago. I read a book years ago. I think I mentioned it before. It's called Pussy, a Reclamation by Regina Thomas-Schauer. I recommend it. I think I mentioned before, I don't agree with 100% of the book, but it was very transformational for me in how I viewed myself as a woman and so many things. Anyways, she talks about in there this practice, I guess, this experiment where and I've done this, where you look at yourself in the mirror without any clothes and you do exactly what I just said. You stand there until you can say or find 3 things that you love about your body, or maybe that wasn't exactly the exercise that was talked about in the book. I don't remember for sure, but it's just this idea of being able to look at yourself, and if you want to take it a step deeper, it's look at yourself in the mirror without clothes on. Get really vulnerable with yourself. Look at your body and look at it with love. And if that's too much of a stretch right now to see something good, to look at it with love, then just look at it with neutrality. Just look at it and refrain from saying something negative about it. Just look at it and say, there's my body. Period. That's my thigh. Period. That's my belly. Period. Not, that's my thigh. Oh my goodness, look at it. It's full of stretch marks and cellulite and it's so fat. Like, no. That's my thigh. Period. The end. That's all I'm going to think about it. If that's all you can do right now, then just work towards that. Work towards being able to look and think about your body in a neutral attitude. Not good. And if you can't look at it good, then that's fine. But just stop looking at it and thinking about it with negativity. I also shared this in my stories that I'm just going to end with this. Kind of same topic, but a little bit different. About a year ago, I was pushing myself to go to the gym 5 to 6 times a week, at least 5. My goal was 5. And then sometimes I would push myself and go 6. And it, like, I was fine. Like, it was like I was pushing myself, but it didn't feel like I was like, beating myself into the wall. But I kind of took a step back and just had some things, and since going back to the gym, I've now made consistency for me. Last year, consistency was going 5 times a week. That was what being consistent at the gym was for me last year. This year, it's going 3 times a week. So I have been going to the gym on average 3 times a week for the most part. And I have, I used to just kind of want to be like, okay, I got to get to get heavier weights and higher weights and push myself, and like, just kind of, yeah, like I said, just like, if I try to go 5 times, and if I could go 6, then I would go 6. And since then, this year, I've kind of taken a step back, and I have been, working out with my cycle. So that, oh gosh, there's a girl that I follow on Instagram that I got some tips from, but basically I just kind of I adjust the amount of reps and the weight depending on where I'm at in my cycle. And so I do that, and then I just work out 3 times a week. And I'm not like, so basically I'm looking at my fitness as like a marathon, my health goals as a marathon versus a sprint. And I feel like I have gotten the same results, if not better, now than I did last year when I was pushing myself to go 5 to 6 times a week. Now only going 3 times. Now, am I saying that you need to skim back on your goals, and if your goal right now is to go 5 times, then you should only go 3? No, I'm just saying, take an honest look at what your goals are for your body, and like, don't set your goals because you're trying so desperately to change yourself. Set your goals because you love yourself. Set your goals because you love your body and you want to be healthier and have that health be sustainable. Like, if you're like struggling to go to the gym 5 times a week just so you can get to a certain weight, it's going to be hard maybe for you to be able to keep then staying consistent. So scale it back. Find something that's going to be able to be, I just said the word, sustainable, and play around with that instead. And think of it as like, this is like my 5-year plan for my body. Look at it as a marathon. And I feel like it just takes such a pressure off your body in having to like lose weight and be a certain way. And it just kind of opens up room for you to love yourself more and to enjoy your fitness or your health goals a little bit more, and to enjoy your body more. So that's where I'm going to end tonight. I hope this was good. It's something that I obviously need to work on, and but I have to give myself a pat on the back that I have made progress, and I can testify that it is it's good. I don't know what I'm going to testify of. I'm not going to testify of anything. You go try it out for yourself. Let me know how it goes. I hope this, if anything, I hope that we can stop the negativity. Just stop the negativity. If it's too hard for you to find something that you love, then just go to neutral ground and just accept your body for being a body and for doing all the things that it does for you. And yeah. We'll talk to you next time. I love ya. Bye.